All right, girl.
Baby, we is in the, she
All
is in
right,
the house,
girl.
baby.
In the house, girl. Get
Boo, at the 10 o'clock hour, baby.
the 10 o'clock hour.
Yes. At the
Only,
10 o'clock
only,
hour.
only a love can make me put on some clothes and some makeup in the 10 o'clock hour.
At the 10
Not
o'clock
the
hour,
hour.
baby. But
I'm
wait a
going to the
minute.
grammar now, to the hour. To the
Woo.
hour. 10
But
o'clock hour.
listen,
That's it up
I
for me.
have hollered because when you did the video, I was like, Halaveshia, I need this video. So Halaveshia, I'm like, I'm gonna get the video, baby. And then gonna come in and put a powder blue jacket on and came in there, wrapped that head up, boo. And then later on put the comment that girl, I was flying professional on top of with these pajama bottoms on the bottom. I was like,
Professional
that's
on the top, pajamas on the bottom. If anybody working in corporate America and they working from home right now, I'm sure that's how we all doing it. Well,
girl,
I hope that's how
everybody
we
like,
all
look.
doing it.
Girl, I laughed because I saw a presentation. They were talking about make sure you watch your angles. It was a guy, he was a reporter. He was on there and he was just talking. Girl, he had his little suit on, and girl, he had his boxer shorts on. And girl, the angle caught him, girl, where you could see his boxers. And
Mm-hmm.
but he had his
Oh,
shirt and his jacket on, girl. But you could see his boxer shorts on, girl. I was like, woo, you gotta be careful with them angles, boo. You gotta watch them angles.
you got to pay close attention to them angles. Them
Gotta get
angles will
them
get you
details,
messed
girl.
up.
They almost like them edges, baby. You gotta watch out for them.
Them angles will get you messed up.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, listen, ladies, I am so excited because, of course, Halaveshia Hall has been my boo from years and years. I mean, we met at church, and as soon as she stepped through the door, I was like, "This is my girl. I'm finna make sure that because I mean, there's only one Halaveshia. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Once you meet her, you ain't gonna forget her. So, I mean, she came back the next time, talking about, oh, you remember? I was like, "Oh, what the hell was I gonna forget a Halaveshia?"
Yes, the entire reason I joined that one church.
I'm like, how
You
you gonna
called
forget
my
a
mama
Halaveshia?
name
How
three
the
weeks
girl did I
later.
not? Look, boom, the whole thing, girl, like I was on the birth certificate with her. Yes. So, with that being said, I'm telling y'all every time that I laugh because I told y'all all to send me these bios, but I'm like, girl, y'all got bios that read like Genesis, the man begat this and he begat that. I'm like, girl, I'm not doing all them begats. So let's just say that she's the boss chick that gets things done. She's out here. She's an author, a speaker, girl, a motivator, an encourager. She praying with you. She helping you get it together. She out here, on social media, TikToking it to death, baby. The whole family is a TikTok queen and kings, baby. She got the young men out there with their own business. Katie over here, girl, is like a baby genius. So, I mean, I don't really know what anything more to say than, ladies, Miss Halaveshia Hall.
Hi, listen. Hey, Pernada Davis, I saw you join. I'm excited to be here, Angela. I'm excited for this movement today. I could not catch anything today because I work for my boys on the weekend, but
Yes.
I've been ripping and running. But I'm so proud of you. I know that
Thank
these
you.
12, where are we? You in the 10th hour?
Yes, baby girl.
In the
One more
10th
to go till
hour,
we
girl,
roll it up
you
to
whining
midnight.
now.
Yes.
I can see my girl Piangela when she get on here
Ain't
next.
nobody on
But
here now.
Yes.
just proud of you, proud of everything that
Thank
you have
you.
going on, everything that you've done today, and just excited to be a part
I want to
of the
Angela
number.
should take a break in between it. Shoot every hour.
Okay, Pranati, how
I
are
know,
you?
right?
You
I
got
done muted.
Pranati, you gonna mute yourself?
I done muted up, girl, and said, "Look, look, they in the background just chit chatting, girl. Look, that's
She said
okay though, baby.
Angela did this every hour. See,
She's still
we
on
know
there,
you went 12 hours straight.
baby. Straight, baby. Look, she came in. I said, let me run to the bathroom real quick and come on back,
You making power moves. This is history being made. And so I'm so
girl.
excited about it and so excited to be a part of it. And this 1 hour, I want to talk about sisterhood.
Let's do it.
I want to talk about sisterhood. I want to talk about, what does your sister, who do you consider your sisters? Because a lot of times we say, I am my sister's keeper. Are you
Mm-hmm.
really your sister's keeper? How are you keeping your sister?
Mm.
That's the reason for the book, Hey Sister, I'm Praying With You, which is my 30-day women's devotional. And it's entitled, Hey Sister, I'm Praying With You, for a reason. Because I feel like when you continue to tell me, I'm going to pray for you, I'm praying for you, girl, you could have stopped in that moment and prayed with me. I want you to hold my hand, like grab me, connect with me when you see me, because you never know what Halaveshia might be going through. Don't let this smile fool you. And that's the way I feel about our sisters and the women that we are connected to. I consider every woman, walking, breathing, living, my sister. I think that's nationality doesn't matter, race doesn't matter. financial background doesn't matter. Every woman is our sister. And until we look at it that way, that as women, you know, is no competition. We complete each other. It's not competition, it's completion. And be proud of each other and help each other. So just keeping that in mind. And during this pandemic, like, what are you doing for your sisters? What are you doing for the next woman? How are you encouraging them? You ever send a random note? You send random letters in the mail. Nobody writes anymore. We're all texting and things like that. A phone call can take you a long way. And speaking of sisters, can I tell my quick?
Yes, girl. You know we want to hear it. If I'm not mistaken, I know I saw her. I haven't looked to see if she's on here now, but I saw her register. So I'm like, oh, come on, with it, sis.
Right. So speaking of sisters, and being that my book is about sisterhood, my father passed away when I was 1, and I had been told that I had another sister. I knew I had 1, and I know I had 3 brothers, so that made 5. And they said, no, you know, we're from South Georgia, small town. They said, no, you have another sister. So we're like, where, hey, Sandra, we're like, where is she? We don't know. You know, we used to know she used to live here. She used to live there. So you go on this chase and it's like, you can't find her. And then back then, I don't know why they didn't know people's names, but they didn't have, they weren't saying her name right. They didn't have her last name correct, but they just kept saying she was there. So fast forward to last year, my aunt passed away, my dad's only living sister, and she was kind of the matriarch of the family. She kept everything, all information and stuff, but she kept it hid. That was her business. She passed away, and my cousin, her son, actually, he found a obituary for my father, and it was in bookmark form. And he said, you know what? He said, I was going through mama's stuff and I found a keepsake bookmark of your dad. It's a bookmark. It's an obituary, but it's a bookmark. He said, I thought that was ironic being that you just released the book last year. He said, so you can have it. I go get the obituary from him, and it has 6 children on it for my dad. So all this time it was talk. It's a girl out there. You have a sister out there. It was talk. And the obituary for me sealed the deal. They had my name spelled wrong on the obituary, so I know her name was spelled wrong on the obituary. Country people. And they had 3 boys and 3 girls. And I was like, you know what? So 9 months ago, I put a video out on social media. The second video I put out. This one, I was more intentional, and I was like, you know, I really want people to help me find my sister. This is the last city that she used to live in. Can somebody help me? People shared it like they do. Talking to my brother in January, he said, I think her name is Tamika Brown. And I said, okay. So I went on Facebook. I typed in Tamika Brown. It's important to know your family. It's just important. You don't want your children crossing up and you know, growing up and seeing their cousins and don't know who they are. So I searched Tamika Brown, and I typed in the city that they said she lived in, and a bunch of Tamika Browns came up. I sent all of those Tamika Browns a message, generic message, everybody. But then a Tamiko Brown popped up with name ending KO. And I was like, well, they misspelling stuff anyway, so I'm going to go for it.
Yes.
And I sent a message in January 13, 2020. Sunday, 2020. She replied that she was my sister, a very generic message. I didn't put names or anything, our parents, grandparents, and she responded with our grandmother's name, and we have been on the phone for hours. We was on the phone like 4 hours Monday night, 3 hours Tuesday. We texting all day. We got our outfits laid out tonight because I am meeting my sister.
Yes.
I am meeting my sister tomorrow for the first time in 40 years.
Ooh.
So let me tell y'all how.
Yes. Won't God work things out? Oh my God. That's such a beautiful story.
And
matter of fact, I think she raised her hand in the group, so I know she's in here.
Baby in the group, hey sister, I'm gonna see my sister tomorrow. I am so excited because now it brings things full circle for me. Because you know
Yes.
my mission has always been women, all about women, women empowerment, lift your sister up. And I felt a void. Like I'm connecting with everybody else. I got best friends, I got sister cousins, I got empowerment sisters, everybody, but it's somebody out there that belongs to me, that's connected to me.
Right.
And so she just filled that puzzle piece in for us. And I'm so excited to meet my sister tomorrow. I'm just excited. The children are going down. I'm excited to meet her son. Like it's mind blowing to me. And to have someone there, and I don't even dwell on the time that we didn't have, the 40 years that we didn't have. I'm excited about the 40 years to come, plus the 40 years, and raising our children together and vacationing. And that's what I want my children to see. That's what I want us to do as women and as a culture. Like, just embrace each other. We all need lifting up. We can smile all day. I'm a dressed up mess right now. I promise you, before this Zoom call, one of these children in this house was almost to go 6 feet under. But I had to snatch myself together and get on this Zoom call. Connect with your sisters. Reach out to your sisters. Don't take someone's absence as offensive. When you don't hear from me, when you don't hear from her, when you think she's too busy or she's ignoring you, reach out. Sis might be about to jump off a bridge.
Ooh, you better say it.
Sis might be going through something and just really want somebody to say, how are you, and mean it.
Just
Like,
want somebody to understand, because somebody just be concerned about me for a
about
minute.
me. Don't, when you ask me how I'm doing, when you ask someone how they're doing, pause and listen for the answer.
Yes.
And when you listen for the answer, listen with intent to be that person that if they need something, I'm on now, girl, I'm good. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm you can hear me. And then I'm in the house over here.
Is that my pretty girl over there? Look, can I see a
Pretty
little
girl,
piece of...
pretty girl. Okay, you got me?
Yep, I got you.
All right. Pretty girl has been over here playing audio visual technology in the background for us. So
All right. Go ahead on, girl.
I'm good. But yeah, when you ask, pause and listen. Listen for those silent moments. Listen for the things that are not being said.
Yes.
Listen to those nonverbal things. When you say, girl, how are you? And she say, girl, you know, I'm all right. That's not all right.
That is not all right. Exactly.
That's not all right.
And we're so quick to keep on moving. We're so quick to just be like, how you doing? And girl, gone before they even get out their mouth anything. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, they say, I'm all right. You say, okay, girl, but let me tell you what happened to me at Kroger's. Let me tell you about this sale that double bag. You know, I don't know. That didn't sound all right. You didn't sound too good to me. What's really going on? You know, some people you got to press a little bit. Some people you got to pry. You know, and in that case, do what you have to do. But I'm excited. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
You should be.
I got my outfit laid out like the first day of school. Hey, go get my book. Go get one of the books for me. She's still playing audio tech. But thank you guys for even being up this time of night with us and being on. So Angela, what you have for me?
Well, actually, you know what? I knew that you were going to talk about the book, and I really wanted you to share the story about your sister because, you know, it's so prophetic right now that we're talking about empowered women, empowering women. And for you to come on and all of that came together, you know, at the same time, for you to meet your sister, you know, and for you guys to connect on a level, because sometimes people don't have that story, but you guys to connect and for you to say that y'all finishing each other's sentences, you know, like y'all been together and not missed a beat, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to know that, I mean, it says a lot for women who are on this call, and maybe this is not your story for your physical sister, but there's somebody out there that is waiting for you to connect with them in a way that they need more than what you ever will realize. And so when we talk about being women empowered, it is about, you know, like she said, being your sister's keeper and really understanding that it's so much that goes on that you will never ever know about somebody until you stop and ask. because a lot of us are private, you know, and I think that sometimes we miss out on healing, we miss out
Right.
on breakthroughs, we miss out on, you know, leveling up and elevation and all those things because we don't want to talk about it.
Right. And you know, it's I like the sisterhood space that I created with our inspirational calls that were taking place at 6:30 in the morning. We go through the book for 30 days, but it wasn't just about the book. The book is a devotional and it's a prayer every day, and you got to work, because I believe if you don't work, it's faith without works is completely dead. You can do these little things, you can do the proclamations, you can the daily affirmations, you can do all, you can say them, you can post them all over your mirror, but if you don't work in that, then that's dead. So we did that. We went through the book, but every call was personal. Every call we were, and I wanted people to do it with their sisters. That's why it's created like this. You do it with a group of women. We party together. It's girls trip, girls night out, girls this, women that. Women prayer group. How often do we pray together? How often do you pray with your girlfriends? If you're connecting with your girlfriends on a spiritual level, no one in your group would be down a stage 4 breast cancer and you find out when they on their deathbed. You ever seen some people, their girlfriend, I ain't even know. Y'all was closer than close. You weren't as close as you thought you were.
Absolutely.
And when you pray, and pray for your friends, pray for them even when they don't ask you to, you know, to pray for them. And like you said, it's some connections that need to be made. Tamiko and our story, it's gonna touch. Hopefully, it touches a lot of people, because we met and we're meeting tomorrow. We're biological sisters, and it's something about that blood that I don't care how many sisters you can claim. It's just something about that blood. Like when I read her message. Just reading her message was like, yep, that's her. I have her on speakerphone, and my children say, yep, that's your sister.
Wow.
It's like I have her on speakerphone. She be talking to her son, and they be like, yep, that's your, yep, all day. Her son heard me, he be like, yep, that's your sister. That connection.
Wow.
And on the spiritual realm and in our empowerment world, it's so many women empowerment specialists out here, but they're mean girls. You can't be a women empowerment specialist. You can't be about women empowerment and be a mean girl. You can't be about women empowerment and your circle this small, no new friends. Time out.
Hey,
Because
it's time to check that.
It's time to check that, because God created people for people. He created people for people, hands down. So when you're closing yourself off and saying no new friends, one thing we have to learn as individuals, and especially women, it's not about no new friends. It's about knowing how much of your business to tell to who. And then you won't get offended when you're talking too much, because you just met this sister and you done told everything. And then that wasn't a relationship that y'all was supposed to have.
Right.
You got to know the reason and the season that you meet and you mix with people. You always meet somebody for a reason. Yes. Nobody says meet them and crown them A1 since day one. And crown them BFF immediately. You don't have to get down like that, but you don't have to treat her nasty. You just got to discern. You have to use your discernment. You have to know what purpose you play in that person's life. Yes. That's why we get hurt so much, because we put our trust in somebody else. And you meet, like, you got 12 women on this panel. I love all of them. Don't even know them. We in a group message on Facebook. All of us. I trust them because I trust you for trusting them. Right? To that extent. To say that I'm going to get on this live tonight. I'm going to be transparent in the group. Whatever you ask us to do, we talking in the group. We encouraging each other in the group. Eventually, some of us will weed out of that group and we'll shoot a friend request. And we'll get to know each other on another level. Everybody out of that 12 is not going to come together like that. Right. We came together for what we came together for, and we do well with what we do well with. And all of us have a different strength that we can connect to each other and move mountains. Yes. But that don't mean we got to sleep over at each other's house to do it.
Right. That's good.
And you don't have to be offended if 3 of the 12 hang out and you see them on Facebook That's what it is.
But why is, do you know what? And I think we talked earlier, and it's so funny because you haven't even caught on to any of it yet. But you already, and I think Miss Pat was saying, you know, that when the Holy Spirit is at work, it brings things together. So even though you don't know, you're still speaking what we've already been talking about, you know. But the
Mhm.
fact that, you know, we get so easily offended about things that really have nothing to do with you, you know. It really doesn't matter if three get together and they hanging out and they talking. Doesn't mean that they don't want to be hanging out with you, or that
With
y'all
you,
can't connect or whatever. Has nothing to do with that. They just happen to get
that just
together
happened.
and
That
click.
them three right there click. Those three click. And if you hang on and that's your tribe, we don't know. We don't know. We get so caught up in looking at other people, how they
Mm-hmm.
move and what they doing, until we our tribe pass right by us.
Mm-hmm.
Our tribe just go right by our
Yeah.
face, because I want to be like Alice. I want to be in with Angela and Monica G. They like
Mm-hmm.
BFF. I want Monica don't message me like she talked to Angela. She don't share my stuff. Well, but you connected. I'm connected to Angela, which in some 360-degree way, it connects me to Monica.
Mm-hmm.
And when Monica did her Grown and Sexy, I was on her panel.
Mm-hmm.
Monica, what God needed me and Monica's life for, he put me there for that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get in those moments, what you have to learn is just don't burn the bridges.
Because if it's a true, just like even with this right here, when it's a true thing put together, you don't have to be in somebody's face all the time
Mhm.
to establish a relationship. Like I said, Halaveshia and I have known each other for what, 11, 12 years maybe?
11,
So 11
11.
years. So
Mhm.
11 years. In the midst of 11 years, we both have left this church. You know, we've did things. You know, we've gotten together on different platforms. You know what I'm saying? She would be doing her ladies in the a meeting in the ladies' room. I mean, so many different things. You know, and I might shoot something and say, "Hey, I see what you're doing. Congratulations," or you know, whatever, whatever. And yet and still not be on each other every single day. But at the end of the day, she can call me right now, and I'm like, "Okay, well, what you need?" No questions asked. It doesn't matter to me whether we talk all the time, whether I know all about the business, you know, none of that really is important. What happens is that when you make a genuine connection with somebody, you don't have to be in their face every day for them to say that if you need me, I'm going to be there, point blank, period.
Right,
Just because we've had a level of a connection. So I don't have to always be talking to you for you to know that yes, I'm still down with you because we started off like that. And what was
right,
really important to me was and coming from the church that we were in, you know, in the environment and meeting people, you know, I really be very, for a minute, I was paranoid to be like, you know, because I was a greeter, you know, and I was up front. So I could be at Walmart and I see somebody, I'm like, I don't know if that's somebody I remember. I don't remember. Hey, girl, hey. Because I didn't
right,
want you to think that I was ever going to act funny outside of church when I see you somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because
right,
to me, that's really important. I don't ever want somebody to think that I'm finna switch up because I'm not, that's not in my nature to switch up on you. If I'm cool with you, baby, we cool all the way down to from now until we all is gray and can't even barely see what we squint and still can't see you.
right,
I'm cool with you. It doesn't change, but for some people it does. And at the same time, you got to have discernment, like you said, to know what a person needs in a particular time. You know what I'm
right,
saying? For me, I'm all in. It doesn't matter, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't really know that because we may not have those kind of conversations. But we could be doing something 15 years from now. You can be saying, Angela, and I'm like, okay, so what you need?
right.
What I need to do? Or who I need to connect you to? Yeah, we can do, let's do that. Let's make it happen.
Well, one thing I learned is that those things, when people react like that, it's a level of insecurity. They have a level of insecurity
Mm-hmm.
within themselves. And so through a lot of therapy, so I'm an advocate for therapy. I don't know who all we got on the line, but I
Mm-hmm.
advocate for therapy. I advocate for just healing and communication. Of course, we can pray about anything. And y'all know prayer is my language, but when you pray, God created people for people, and he put people in places to help us get through things that we cannot do in our natural selves by ourselves. And even through the spiritual world, when we pray to him, he put these people in places. So I love therapy. I'm an advocate for therapy. I go to therapy. My sessions have stopped right now,
Mm-hmm.
but what I do is I try to go for a 6-month period, and then I stop
live life a little bit, and then I'll start back. Depends on what I'm going through in the moment. Sometimes I've gone and she's been like, you know what, I need to see you every week. Then I go for every week, and she like, okay, you graduated to every month. Then it's okay, come back when you need to come back. But we need to know that when we get so heavy, a lot of things is not just about jumping on the phone with our girlfriends and trying to work it out with the people that know us. We have to be have enough strength to drop our pride and go sit in front of somebody that's neutral, that knows nothing about you, and get some of this stuff off of us. And so what I was saying was, a lot of times as women, because I've been that woman that not only clingy in male relationships, but clingy in female relationships too. Like, I need all of your attention. Like, you my friend. Angela, you just my friend. I don't really want you to be with nobody else. Or you ain't talking to me today, I need you to call me. You text me, I text you, you didn't text me back. I've been that person. And so what I found out is that I had some abandonment and insecurity issues within myself. And then as a woman, it's so natural, which it should be the opposite way around, but it's like to get along with a woman for some sad reason has to be a learned behavior for most of us.
Yeah.
You got to retrain your brain to say, the next woman is not my enemy or my competition. She is my sister. I love her. We do not compete. We work well together. We might be in the same field. It's some more authors and motivational speakers on this call. They are not my competition. They are proof that God is real. They are proof that if they can do it, if he can do it for them, he can do it for me. You got to retrain your brain, and you have to flip the script. And a lot of women start out the opposite way, intimidated. You know, we'll side eye woman in a minute, like what you want, you know what I'm saying? Where she come from? What's she doing? What's her motive? What she want? We do that now. Not saying that you don't have. It's some people you got to do that with.
That you, I was going to say some justification for some.
It's a situation you got to do that with, but that is when you ask God for discernment. And as women, we got to learn how to drop the wall just enough, just a little bit, because sometimes we set the tone. We walk in frowned up. We walk in like, and then you so bubbly, you ain't like that. You like, hey girl,
I'm like, look,
you know what's wrong with her? She too friendly.
Girl, she's strange. Look,
yeah, she's strange. Like, what's too strange? No, that's not too strange. That's actually normal. That's how you should feel. We should be embracing each other. We should be, letting each other know that we appreciate them. It won't kill you to compliment another woman. It doesn't kill you to you see your sister. You see a woman on social media, and she is fire. She rocking and rolling. Everything she doing, everything she touch, she like Midas. It's gold. Sharing that sister will not kill you. Even if you're doing the same thing, it ain't going to take no money out of your pocket, because you have your own audience and own ears assigned to your voice. You got a set of people that are destined and divinely assigned to your voice, your mouth, your tone. And so they ain't going nowhere. Me and you can write the same book. And I got an audience that God designed especially for me and my book. And you got an audience that he designed for you, because there's a nature about you that you can go around this corner and you can capture this type of people. And I got a nature about me where I can go around this corner and capture this type of people. And imagine if we all did that and captured our audience and brought our audience together, or brought our tribes together, brought our people together, brought our people together. What if we did that versus the silos of, nope, I'm tunnel vision. I'm out here getting it. I want to be an author. I'm doing everything I can. Tunnel vision. I ain't asking no questions. I ain't sharing no information. I'm gonna release this book and I'm gonna be a millionaire. Sis, listen. You'll get there quicker if you say, hey, Angela, remember you had wrote that book? How you did that? Can you give me some pointers? Can you help me a little bit? We may be scared to ask, because you also got the flip side. When you do ask for help, or when you do ask some people for something, if they don't ignore you, they charge you. I don't know how much. Well,
Exactly.
consultation fee $200 for me to tell you how to get this book off the ground. Ma'am, come on. I know we all got to make money. We all got to pay our bills. But when it's ordained and it's truly by God, your money gonna come to you. When you doing it from your heart and you following the right steps and you doing everything legitimate, your money gonna come to you. You can sow into people all day long and it's just gonna circle right back around to you and it's gonna come right back to you.
Let me tell you, Miss Pat said she was raised by 5 sisters, and she found out that somebody passed, and they've been there for her every day since. If it had not been for her praying me through that loss, I don't know what I would have done. I love helping women, and I cannot take this journey alone. And then Tammy says, women who live in integrity will hold each other's sisters up and not tear each other down. Yes, Jackie.
That's right,
Yes,
Tammy.
yes.
And sorry for your loss, Miss Pat. Sorry for your loss, but you're right. And like she said, somebody else heard about it and they reached out to her. That's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes we
Absolutely.
think people just have it all together and they have it going on, and it don't even be like that. I mean, it's not for me to post all my business and let you know that I'm struggling on social media. You'll never get that from me.
Right.
Anyway, I'm very transparent, but I still tell you what I want you to know. So
Yes.
you'll never know the darkest days. But when you have my best interest in mind and we're together and you're part of my tribe, you checking on me, you calling me, you know, you seeing how I'm doing, you getting out to the nitty gritty. You hear something, I see something, I'm calling, you know, I'm checking on you. Start picking up the phone and calling each other and talking to each other and just digging a little deeper than the normal. Oh, I saw her, she did a selfie, she was so cute. She probably took 25 selfies to get that one fake smile right and put it up.
And that's something. And I think that people don't tend to look beyond the surface, to see what's going on. Because what I found out is that even in us talking today, it's been a lot of things that people are saying that we go through a lot. When you go through growing up, and whether your father wasn't there, whether you couldn't get along with your mother, whether you got rejected by a dude because you thought you loved him and he picked somebody else, whether whatever it is, those things cause us to push our emotions so far down that we can't even really truly be open to somebody else because you're tired of being rejected. So you put a wall up because I just don't have the energy to be hurt again.
I
Because if
just
I
ain't
let you
got time
in,
for it.
if I let you in, then that means that you're gonna good punch me and I might not be able to bounce back. I've made it back over Paul dumping me and Tiffany, talking about me behind my back. I made it from that. But I mean, if I let you in, because I thought we look like we might be real cool. But if I let you in and then you do me like they did me, I don't know if I can bounce back from that. So sometimes we have to understand that it's not even really about you. It's about all the stuff that has happened to somebody that they cannot get past. And you think that just because they smiling and they cute and they driving a nice car and they carrying a nice bag and they got a little job and they're posting up, all those things can cause you to put up a wall because you're trying to make people think that you belong and fit in when inside you feel like you don't.
Tearing up, you toe up from the floor up on the inside. Like I said,
Absolutely.
a dressed up
A
mess.
dressed up mess.
A dressed up mess. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to feel like that.
Yes.
You're supposed to feel like that. Sometimes life, that this thing called life is a beast,
Woo, what you talking about?
a devil. Like this thing called life is a whole mofo out here in these streets. Like it can be so hard. It can be so hard, but
beautifully broken. That's nice, Pat.
beautifully. I like that.
Ooh, I do too.
Beautifully
Beautifully broken.
I saw that. My eyes lit up.
I know, I did too. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, girl, Miss
I
Pat.
like that now. You need to pin that comment. And the thing
Yes.
about it is, what we fail to realize, and when in those moments, what we have to realize is we're still here though. You're still here. You're still here for a reason. You're still here. Even with the broken heart, even with all the people that misuse you, you have the right to say, you know what? I don't even want to try. That's why they say no new friends. I don't even want to try this new friendship. Because you're right, Angela. Listen, the next person try me gonna be the last person to try me. The next person that I give my all to, because when you loyal, you loyal. And it's just
Yes.
something about us women. We are caregivers. We give anyway. It's just an innate thing about us that we're nurturers. We give. We give when we don't want to give. We we just gave all last and said that was the last time giving all last. And then you run across somebody else that needs your last, and you're gonna get them your last because that's just your nature, right?
Right.
And it's a book that I recommend. It's called Boundaries. It's called Boundaries, and it's when to say no, and it's when to say yes and how to say no.
Somebody type that in the chat for me.
And so I'm gonna get the author for you guys. I recommend this book to anybody that I talk to, any woman that I hold a session with, anybody that I coach. It's the first thing. It was the first book that my first counselor ever gave me for homework, and it is called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. And it says when to say yes, how to say no, take control of your life. What I learned from reading Boundaries, and I have to go back sometimes, and I read Boundaries about 5 years ago. Saved my life. Made some other people's life very miserable, but it saved mine. And that's what we got to learn too. You can't, you put your mask on first.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Because when you get right, when you get yourself together, everybody else that's meant to be around you, they're going to get right or they're going to get left. And you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with the movement that you make when you're moving forward. So when I read Boundaries, I hurt some feelings because I set some boundaries. And when you begin to set boundaries in your life, and when you learn how to say no, what I learned, one of the main things I learned in that was we become yes people, codependent.
Yes.
We say yes so quick. But let me tell you, when your yes is not genuine, when your yes is for somebody else and it's not for you, it's gonna backfire and hurt you every time. And that is when we get confused and we say they hurt me. No, you hurt yourself.
Yes.
You said
That's
yes
good.
when you wanted to say no. You said yes to giving them what you had when you didn't have nothing to give them in the first place, and it was okay to say no, but you thought you was gonna go and keep a friend and you didn't want to hurt nobody's feeling, but you hurt yourself. You said that. You said yes when she asked you to keep them children over the weekend and you really had plans to do something else, but okay, I'm gonna be a good friend and I'm gonna go and keep these kids, and she came back and got her kids and act like she didn't know you and she hurt you. No, you said yes to that. You had plans, put you first. You said yes on the job when they said, can you stay for overtime? And you like, yeah, I can do it. And knew you wanted to
No,
go.
you didn't want, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't even mandatory. Didn't nobody make you do it. They ain't put no gun to your head. They just asked. We don't.
But it's like yes pop
no.
out your mouth every single time. It's like you can't keep a no because yes fly out before you even think about
Yes,
it.
come on out. You have to learn how to say how and when to say no and be okay with saying no and know that no is a complete sentence. No.
Yes, no explanation required.
I ain't doing no explanation required. No. No. No, that ain't it. Because we don't say no, because we do not set boundaries as women, we find ourselves in predicaments that cause us to we hurt, and then we reflect that on other people. Now it's somebody else's fault or somebody else.
Yeah, because you swollen mad because they didn't put you in a position that you really put yourself in there.
Even in our relationships, even he hurt me. He didn't do nothing to you. You knew that man wasn't in when you stayed with that man. You thought that you could change him. You looked at potential. You know.
Yes, you thought you could do everything, baby. You out here cooking
and it wasn't like that. He didn't hurt you. He told you in the beginning he didn't want a relationship, but you felt like if you put the time in and you show consistency and you prove that you were just a good person, that he was gonna change his mind. He said that up front.
Told you.
So we do that. We do that in relationships. We do that in marriages. We do that in sexual relationships. We do that with our family members. Can you come, Mama? I'm sorry. Ain't nobody dying right now. I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Yeah.
That wasn't what it was. Children. No.
Trina just said that earlier. You know, she said that you position it. It's so funny you said boundaries because that's what her talk was about. You know, creating borders, boundaries, and barriers
Mhm.
to letting people in. But she said that about, you know, we allow children to do things and you always want to run and bail them out. But sometimes you got to let them realize that every choice has a consequence.
Right.
And sometimes you got to deal with your consequences because I'm not going to always be there to bail you out.
Right.
So if I keep running to help you when the time comes that I can't help you anymore, you won't ever learn how to make better choices if I'm always the one trying to help you get out of every situation you get in
Right. Right.
and make it my responsibility and not yours.
And not putting it on them. So you have to learn how to hold people accountable. You have to be accountable, and you have to teach people how to be accountable, especially our children. Because at the end of the day, when things don't go right, and when you do start to say no after you said yes so long, you become the bad person. Now you the problem. You know, you ain't right. And that's not true. And so that's why you might as well just go ahead on and start saying it in the beginning. Go on and set your boundaries, because either way it go, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So I
Exactly.
mean, you might as well be damned with a smile on your face and doing what you enjoy doing. You know, I'd rather be
Yes.
damned on my vacation and enjoying my weekend than to be damned and you still got an attitude with me and I'm stuck doing what you wanted me to do. So
Thank
I will
you.
be happy in this thing regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just the mindset that I hope that we all get about just life in general. Just life in general. Just learn that you really only have this one life. I don't know what we heard and how we heard it, but we really honestly only have this one life. And in this one life, we should do everything that we can to be, first of all, please God.
Yes.
I always tell people it's two questions I ask myself that I learned to do 10 years ago that has my edges won't grow because it's hereditary, but I think they coming in a little bit.
Yeah,
But
girl.
it helped my edges grow a little bit. You know, I'm always talking about my edges. So
Yes.
two questions that I started to ask myself 10 years ago, and January will be 10 years that I've been divorced. And I used to harbor so much stuff about me that I was so wrong and I was trying to please everybody. And I asked myself these two questions now for the last 10 years. And when I answer these two questions, whatever was about to take place, when I answer these two, it is what it is. If I'm about to do something, I always ask, will it please God? Will it please or offend God? And how will it affect my children? That's anything. Before I make a decision, will it please or offend God? And how will it affect my children? Once I answer those two questions, your opinion and how you feel about
Nothing
it and
else
what you
matters.
think, it don't even matter at that point. And that's how I operate. That's just what it is. And that's how I move through life. That is how I maneuver, and that's how I sleep at night peacefully.
That's good. That's good because you know what? I think that for most people, you don't have a standard or a
Right,
principle that you stick with. So that's why it's so hard for you to say no, or why you know, will put yourself on the back burner and burn yourself out trying
right.
to please somebody else because you don't have that standard in place or something that you can, you know, yeah, Tanisha said good principle. You got to have something in place that says that no matter what, it is what it is. And if
Because
it violates this, I can't worry about that.
I can't worry about that. Because if you, to me, now this is Halaveshia 101. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta do what I do. Don't listen to me because I'm still single around here. I ain't got no husband and my children get on my nerves, so I might not be doing this right. But I'm happy. But Halaveshia 101, it works for me because what I learned is anything outside of that, and I'm trying to figure out how Angela gonna feel about it, how Francesca, what Jackie gonna think, what did I do this the last time? What? No, I just do them two things right there, and we just keep it and we keep it moving. We
And
keep it
be
moving.
okay with it. And be okay with it.
Be okay. Learn to be okay with your decisions, good or bad. Learn to be okay with your whatever you decide. You done did it now. It is what it is. It was what it was. And tomorrow gonna be tomorrow. If you live to see tomorrow, every opportunity that you get, every new day, that is God's way of telling you that that's a clean slate and that's a way for you to get better. Forgive yourself, let it go. Whatever it is, what it is. And the other thing, I had five affirmations that I always give out, and they help as well. So I'm gonna share these 5 affirmations, and I do these. You can do these weekly. You can do these daily. I mean, sometimes I have to repeat some of them daily. One of them I have to repeat several times a day because it's just like, Jesus, it is what it is. So,
because you know me, Lord, you know what I need, and like sometimes I got a girl, I might have to get them about 15 in an hour just to make sure that I'm staying on before the wrong thing come out.
And this is something that you could do, that you do with your girlfriends. Share with your girlfriends. Like, y'all know this whole thing's about, my whole little segment supposed to be about sisters, and we done swayed, but we just swayed in the direction of what somebody need to hear, so we ain't worried about that. But these 5 affirmations is something that I do on a constant basis, and I always share them in a seminar wherever I go, and it is to help. It helps to bring out the best you that you can be. Because at the end of the day, when you stand before God, He ain't worried about nobody else around you. He ain't worried about nothing, nobody but you, what you did. And so the first one is accountability. I believe in accountability. I believe you have to start with accountability. And the first one says, I will take accountability for my actions and the role I have played in my life. Me.
That's good.
I will take accountability for my actions and the role that I have played in my life. My sister and I were talking the other night in the couple of hours that we talked, because we be talking for hours. Me and my sister. I'm her baby sister. And we were talking about, just our father. He passed away when I was 1. He passed away when she was 5. I'm 40. She's about to be 45. We have other siblings. But what we had to learn was we had to take accountability for the things that have happened in our life. We can't put our life on hold and keep saying, our daddy did. We ain't got we couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. No. He did what he was supposed to do. A lot of people say, how you survive and how are you who you are and doing what you're doing, and your father died when you were 1. How did you get through that? 40 years of not knowing this man is because I realized that my father sits on the throne in heaven. My father is in heaven. That's my father. And he created a vessel that assisted me in getting into this world. And when that vessel got me here and did what he wanted him to do for me, he brought him right on up there with him. And it's my duty to honor the man that brought me into the world and my father. Hey, Piangela girl, you finna come on and show out. I see you, girlfriend. Number 2 is change. So number 1 is accountability. You got to take accountability. Number 2 is change. I am willing to change to grow and grow to change. You have to tell yourself you got to be willing to change. You got to change in order to grow.
Yes.
And in order to grow, you got to change.
Got to change. Can't get away from it.
You can't get away from it.
As much as people hate change, you gotta have change.
You gotta change. And when you begin to change some things about your lifestyle and some people in your life, that's gonna change with the change.
Exactly.
That's why you gotta be open.
Yes,
to whoever and whatever God send your way. Number 3, detach. So you get your accountability, change, and when you start changing, you gotta detach. I will detach myself from any person, thing, thought, or tradition that will hinder my growth. I will detach myself from any person, thing, thought, or tradition that will hinder my growth. Cut it off.
Girl, and them traditions, baby, will get you. You hear me? People stuck with some stuff.
Tradition will take you under. I had to tell my own mama, listen, Linda, we ain't got the same kids. I can't do what you did. It don't work like that in 2020, shawty. Don't worry about it, shawty. Don't worry about me, sweetheart. I can't do what you do.
Look, that's that splat right there, baby.
That's that splat right there. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Right. I can't do that. I had to tell my grandmother when I got ready to give custody of my youngest son to my ex-husband. My grandmother, rest her soul, was alive, and she went off on me. You don't give your child away. I had 10. I was a single mama. Let me tell you something, Grandma. You had to be a single mama. I don't. He got a whole dad out here in these streets that I lay down with and I trust. and he's still alive, and he gonna get this headache off of me. You had to do that. I ain't got to do that. You ain't never been married. You can't tell me what the custody thing between ex-husband and ex-wife is. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. That generation, I'm sorry, I respect you, but I'm gonna have to stop you right there. That don't apply to me. You have to know how to stay. You got to know. Hey, I'm sorry. I love my grandmother. Everybody know me. Know I love my grandma Ruby, but it just became a point that I had to. Grandma Ruby, I love you, but what you're saying right now don't apply to me. It applied to you, and you have to know that in your life. Married couples, you can't do what your mama and your daddy them did and all that kind of stuff. You got to,
baby, you got to run your own household.
You got to run your own house, but that's something else. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Bring it on back.
Bring it on back. Number 4. So we done took accountability. We changing. We done detached. Number 4, forgive. But here go the kicker. I forgive me. Because we run around, we forgive everybody else. We forgive everybody else, and we be killing ourselves. We down ourselves. We talk about ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't think we worthy of what we got going on. We don't think that we deserve everything that's coming our way because of what had happened. I forgive me.
That's good.
And I'm keeping it pushing. Now, the 5th one, the last one, most powerful one, because all of them banging.
I was getting ready to say, baby, girl, it's gonna get better than that, baby.
All of them banging. You know what I'm saying? I go back and I read these. I be like, God, you told me that? What? Oh, he's showing out, God.
It's
you play too much. Number 5. So we took accountability.
Yep.
We changed. We detached. We forgive ourselves.
Yeah.
And now permission. I give myself permission to be free.
Baby, now that's to drop the mic on it for real, baby. Because you know what? Baby, we stay in bondage.
I give myself permission to be free. You ain't got to give it to me. You ain't got to prove my freedom. You ain't got to agree with me. But I give myself permission to be free. I'm free. I'm walking out this thing. And I deserve it. I work for it. It's mine. I'm out.
Baby, you better, that's why you be smiling. That's why you be running right here, girl, look, praying for the sisters and stuff, baby. That's why you trying to let it, because you free. There's nothing like peace and freedom mentally to release yourself from some things that we feel obligated to stick with. Right. You know, or feel obligated to because your grandmama said, or because somebody don't think that's what you're supposed to do. When you get to that level, it takes you to an entire, then we go back to what Tanisha said, that dominion mindset, because now I've released myself from any and everything that's going to hold me back. So now I can show up and move like God want me to, because I ain't held down by everything.
I ain't weighted down. I'm not weighted down. They say, girl, you glowing. I said, this new product that I wear, this new product that I grace myself with every day, it's called peace.
Oh, want to give you a different glow. Well, look, that thing hit different, baby, when we got peace.
That peace hit different. Life hit different when you got peace.
Yes.
And you're not gonna stress me. I'm 40 and fabulous, and you ain't wrinkling me up. You ain't removing the rest of my hair. I'm not turning gray. I dye my hair on purpose. You know that it's not gonna happen. No. Peace. Peace. Because does it offend or does it please or offend God? And how will it affect my children? I sleep at night.
Good.
Good with a T on the end of it.
Yes.
Yep.
Like Angela. Girl, she already know, girl. Yes, good. Yes.
Right. So, yep, that is it. And so, I don't know, I hope I inspired somebody tonight. I pray that somebody
baby, there's somebody told me, they didn't see me a mess talking about, girl, honey, you didn't have them clapping and shouting, baby girl, because they was just like, I needed all of that. Yes. And y'all just don't even know when I tell you the depth of the things that Halaveshia can speak about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just some of the conversations. Y'all, that's why you got to go and connect with her. But I mean, especially with how you raise your children with your ex-husband. That to me is like, so unbelievable that how you think. You know what I'm saying? And if Tamika was anything like that and y'all run around here doing all that, baby, y'all some bad mama jammers. You hear me? Because everybody don't think, and sometimes you get so caught up in your feelings that you don't think about what's the best thing for your
For the
children.
children. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, as a responsible mother, as an empowered woman, it tends to stop being about you and what's best for you, but what's the best move for your children, or for whatever the cause is that you're standing up for, whether it's sisterhood or whatever. Sometimes remove yourself from the equation, because when you add yourself in there, then you start thinking of things, then how it's going to impact you, when really it's irrelevant. Because bottom line, those children need to have a
their
vision
parent.
of their father
Yep.
that can sustain them, because it's grown men that's crying right now in their 60s and 70s because their daddy didn't show up, or because their mama said, your dad, you want to see your raggedy daddy when you with me, or they got something to say. And bottom line, that's a disservice to them children, because what happens is they have to grow through life holding on to something that you've misrepresented, because it may not be that their daddy didn't want to be bothered with them. He just got so tired of you and your mouth that he separated himself. And so, baby, we need to look. That's a whole nother conversation, though.
That's
girl.
a whole nother conversation, because you know I love co-parenting. I love the topic of co-parenting, and I really take it from a different angle. My aunt, my daddy's sister, instilled in me family first. And when she said family first, that was all your family. My in-laws are still my family. My ex-husband is still my family. I have children by these people. I do not want that man at all. No parts of him. But I have his children. And one thing about my children, they gonna be happy. And I told him and anybody he with, bring her to the basketball game. We love her. You know, be happy. But you're going to get these kids. You're going to get 100% of these kids. I'm not keeping these kids from nobody. I need my free weekends, my vacation. These people, he ain't going to see them. He don't pay no child. I will pay him child support to come get these kids. I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? So even when I first got divorced, my mom, she said, you know, I couldn't do the things that you're doing. The first part of the divorce was ugly.
Yeah.
He was hurt, and he did not show up. Well, he went back to our hometown, and he did not voluntarily come and get them. I drove them to meet his parents whenever they asked and everything. No child support for the first 9 months of the divorce, nothing. My mom said, I would not have done it. I said, that's because you are not me. Them the three that I had, they gonna be happy. They don't know nothing about no money, no court, no child support, nothing like that. They just know they got a mama and a daddy. And when they get to where he at, when his parents get them to him, he love on them. That's what he need. Sometimes you have to love people through it. And what I had to realize is he's only the father that he know how to be. That's it.
Yeah.
And so that's a whole nother topic. But you know how I feel about that. That's my thing.
I know
These
that I'm like,
babies
because people need to hear, you know what, one thing, even with my ex-husband, I feel the same way, you know, or even if me and Dwayne broke up, that's still my family. We got children, we got a child together, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when they get married, I still got to see you. When they have children, we still got, so bottom line, whether we stay together or not, we still, once you make that connection, baby, you still connected. It don't stop just because the paper changed. You know what I'm saying? You
just
still
because
gotta
the name
understand.
changed, you still connected. And that's another thing about setting boundaries. That's where your boundaries come in at.
Yes.
I've been divorced from that man for 10 years. I have not slept with that man in 11. Do the math. See, when you be dipping, you still have feelings, and then you still be getting the attitude when okay, that's a whole nother sometimes it don't be them. It be the situation. It don't even have to be like that.
Right.
When you put the children first, when you really, truly, genuine put your children first. Now, do we have issues? We have major. I run that thing to court, I don't know how many times a year. That's between me, him, the judge, and these attorneys. That ain't got nothing to do. Still, come on, pick your children up, though. Come on. You need me to drop them off? I can drop them off if you want me to. You want them after court? You want me to bring your children by after we leave court?
I know you mad, but we'll be there at 3:30 like we planned.
We'll be there at 3:30. What you want? You want me to pick you up something to eat on the way too? Because you're gonna handle your responsibilities as a man, but you're gonna get these kids. So you know.
Because what they not gonna do is feel any type of way because of you All in
Because
your
we can't
feelings.
be, nah, we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna raise no unstable, mentally insane individuals, not on my watch, because they around here sad and fatherless, and I know how it feels to be fatherless. Now I know that firsthand, for real,
Mm-hmm.
for real. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the things that we go through, we go through them to make us better. If I didn't learn nothing from 40
Mm-hmm.
years of my daddy being dead, if I didn't learn nothing, then I need to go back and get back in the class all over again. I don't want that pain no more. So what it
Right.
taught me was, first of all, be careful who I lay down with when I started having these
Woo.
children.
Woo.
That's number
Baby, that's a
one.
whole conversation, girl. That's a whole conference in and of by itself,
Right.
baby. Be
Check
careful.
check your pedigree.
Woo.
You know, we still don't know till you know, but check your pedigree. And then
Lena
second
said,
of
drop the
all,
mic on that one. Yes,
yeah.
girl.
Second of all, when you do decide to have these children, that ain't your life no more. They didn't ask to come here. So whatever sacrifices you have to make sure that they have the best life they can make. Like I told y'all today, I'm
Yes.
sitting in that truck from 10 o'clock this morning to 7 o'clock at night while my boys cut grass, because that's their hustle. As a parent, that's nothing to me to sacrifice my daylight hours to help them be productive citizens and get their hustle on and run their business. That's nothing. I give it up.
Yes.
They didn't ask to come here. They didn't ask to be here. So whatever it takes to be the best parent that you can be and give your children the best life that you can have and they can have.
Beyonce
That's
said
what
we
you
need
do.
an empowered parenting conference. Yes, girl.
Right. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank
Like I said, I'm gonna
you.
stay on here for Miss P. Angela, see what's going down in these.
Yes, yes, yes.
I know the other ladies for the other hours, y'all were on it. I'm gonna go back. I see it's being recorded, so I'm gonna go back and watch it because I need all the empowering I can get.
Baby, they have sold out
day.
and brought it, baby. Yes.
And I'm gonna turn my mic off because I got to get my stuff ready to go to see my sister
I was
tomorrow.
going to say, Tamiko, thank you for tuning in, baby, to see your sister showing out. So y'all have a wonderful time tomorrow. I know y'all going to look. I know you're going to hate to even leave and separate, but that's all right because now that y'all together, baby, y'all going to make that thing happen and build memories.
Me and you, us never part.
Yes, girl. Yes. I love it.
Together forever, not
Forget
right.
it. Look.
Thank you.
What did you say? For life.
For life.
Yes.
You can't get rid of me. I'm stalking.
All day, every day.
All day,
Boom.
every day. All right. Love
I
you
love
guys.
you.
Okay.